you shine so bright, beaming in the night. Lay down your worries, you are not behind. I know how it feels to wonder why you're not where you want to be in life. Hey y'all, welcome back to PalominoIntuitive. Thank you all so much for joining me on today. My name is Star and I'm an intuitive reader. So on today I'm going to be continuing my zodiac predictions for January 2022. So on today's video we're going to be looking into the Taurus placements. So if you all have Taurus as your sun, moon, or rising, then this video can resonate with you. If you are not, well, not if you're not a Taurus, you wouldn't be here if you're not a Taurus, but feel free to go ahead and check out the other two signs in your big three as well. I have posted probably, I think, half the signs at this point. So one of your big two is probably already posted, and if not, I am posting these videos every day. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that you cannot miss any future uploads. I do upload every day. But yeah, with all that being said, let's just go ahead and get into it. If you guys are ever interested in booking a personal reading, you can do so by emailing me with the email that's down below. I also post shorter readings on TikTok and Twitter. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's just go ahead and look into it. We're going to be looking into what you guys can expect for the rest of the month of January 2022 in your love life, in your career, as well as just overall general advice for you. Okay, so far all of the signs have been getting messages around like how you can mature as a person, so I'm interested to see what's going to come out for you all Tauruses. Okay, all right, so Spirit, what can Taurus expect for their love life in January 2022? What can the Taurus placements expect for their love life in January 2022? Okay, whoa, I don't want to see it yet, so I'm gonna just leave that there. Okay, what can the Taurus placements expect in their career in January 2022? Whoa, it's like a lot happening right now. There's a lot happening. These cards, I don't know. And Spirit, what can the Taurus signs expect as their overall advice for January 2022? Okay. I feel like Tauruses, I feel like y'all, I feel like the change in you all's life is like urgent, or like you guys are making some type of quick decision that's kind of quickly changing your path, because the way that all of these cards was just like so just like ready to jump out, none of the other groups have been like that. So yeah, I feel like there's definitely some type of big change energy happening in you all's life in January. I think it's going to be started or offset by a decision that you make, and when you make this decision, it's going to like change the course of everything else around you. So let's look into your love first. We have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so with the Queen of Swords here, I am going to look into for singles and those of you in a relationship. For those of you in a relationship, I feel like most of you watching this are probably in a relationship, because that's just what I'm feeling called to go to first. It's a little chilly in here, but yeah, for the Tauruses in relationships, I feel like you guys are putting up, okay, well actually no, I take that back. For really all of the Tauruses, whether you're single or not, I do feel like there's some type of boundary setting going on here, especially surround maybe like someone else kind of like giving you suggestions about what you should be doing with yourself. Like maybe you have a partner who is like always wants to like give you advice that you really didn't ask for, or maybe they always try to make suggestions to you, but like the energy behind it is like more of a something that you can tell they really want you to do more than just a suggestion. Like for example, let's say you're a Taurus, so you probably like to spend money, right? You probably like nice things. Let's say that your partner keeps trying to suggest for you to save more money, or for you to start a budget, or for you to spend less money on things that you like, and it's like they may have positive intentions with this, because I don't feel like this is a group where like you're dealing with someone who has malicious intent towards you. But it's like they might have good intentions, but at the same time, it's like nobody can tell you what to do. And like, because of the fact that, for those of you in a relationship especially, because of the fact that you really like this person and you also have love for this person, you've kind of like been like you've been still doing your own thing, but you've been kind of trying to downplay how much they're overstepping their boundaries, and you haven't really been fully comfortable, I feel like, with asserting yourself. And I feel like in January you're going to become more comfortable doing that, and you're going to just tell them like, look, this is how I like to spend my money. Stop trying to suggest this to me, you know. And that's just an example. It doesn't have to be about money, but it's like whatever suggestions or opinions like your partner is trying to give to you, you're gonna be letting them know like, listen, when I want your advice, I will ask. It stop like, just because we're in a relationship or just because we're together doesn't give you the right to comment on every fucking move that I make, or comment on everything that I do or say or wear or buy. Like, you're not my mom. Like, it's giving, you're not my mom, you not my dad. Like, it's giving relax, you know. And for those of you that are single, this could be you setting boundaries against like people that keep trying to talk to you after you might have already told them no, you know. There's just this energy of boundary setting. So maybe you've been realizing that you've been too nice. It's like you guys are realizing, whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, you know, take the message how it resonates for you, because this is a general message. But it's like, in whatever ways that you guys have been like too nice to somebody, you're gonna realize that you're gonna just be more assertive, and you're gonna just put your foot down more. And this is the Queen of Swords, so it's not in a way where you're gonna be like, I don't feel like you're gonna be like rude about it or like aggressive about it, but you're just gonna be like non-wavering, you know. Like, yeah, it's not like a really aggressive energy, like a masculine energy, but it is like energy like, I said what I said, like, and that's it. Like, it's not up for debate, it's not a question, that's it. Like, I said what I said. It's giving, I said what I said, you know. And it's giving, you're not my mom. Like, you don't control what I have going on around here. And I think that with the Taurus is like, I think that some of you kind of like that. Like, I think that you guys like subconsciously like someone who is controlling, or you like subconsciously someone who pushes your boundaries, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like in a way, like subconsciously you guys have this belief that like, if someone is controlling over you, or like if someone is like keeps coming to you after you told them no, that means that they like you, or that means that they care about you. Like, you guys, I feel like, could have had like an overbearing parent, or like a parent who like really did too much, and they always told you that they were doing so out of love. So now that you're an adult, it's like you kind of apply that same thing to your relationships, and you kind of attract controlling partners because you're used to someone trying to tell you what to do. Like, you know, you're used to someone being overbearing or giving too much of their opinion. So it's kind of like, it's something that you don't even realize, like in the moment, it's something that you didn't even realize that you didn't like. You were just so used to it, and you kind of attracted it, and now you're gaining awareness. And so in order to come out of that, now you're setting boundaries. Like, listen, I thought I was attracted to that, but I'm really not. Like, I realized that's really just a trauma response, and I really actually don't like people trying to control me. So this is not gonna work. Like, stop trying to do this, basically. Or like for some of you, where it's like you subconsciously like the energy of someone like not respecting your boundaries through chasing you. You know, that attention probably made you feel good at one point, but you're realizing like, that's not actually what I want. And so I'm actually gonna put my foot down and like tell you no, and like mean it this time. Like, no, actually, you know. So that's what I see for you all in your love life overall. I think it's going to provide you a lot of growth and a lot of peace as well, because I feel like you guys have kind of been like holding back on how, I feel like it's like your relationship, or like someone that you're dealing with, has been making you pretty uncomfortable. And I think you've just been like living with it, honestly, and just kind of keeping it to yourself, or maybe complaining to your friends but not telling that person. And I think in January you're going to actually tell that person, and it'll bring you a lot of peace. I think you all have also been trying to avoid conflict as well, because you kind of underestimated like whether or not this person was going to listen to you, or whether you were going to be assertive enough. I feel like you guys also have kind of a fear of conflict, where it's not a fear in the sense that like it's not that you're weak or anything, but you kind of like, when I say the fear of conflict, it's kind of like you have a fear of not being heard, and you have like probably experiences where you have tried to express yourself, and the person kind of gaslit you or twisted your words, or just overall just didn't hear you or made you feel like there was no point in you saying anything. So I think that now there's also a subconscious belief where it's just like you just kind of bite your tongue without even really thinking about it, because you just already assume that when you say something, it's not going to be respected. You assume already that your boundaries are going to be disrespected or that they're not going to be understood, and so you just don't even say anything. But I think at this point it's boiling up to the point where like you're, like I said, it's like you've been getting more and more increasingly uncomfortable with every time that this person tries to do whatever it is that they're doing that's controlling or that's a push of your boundaries. And you're gonna like be like, fuck it. Like if they don't, at some point you're gonna be like, fuck it. Like I don't care if they understand or not, I'm gonna say what I have to say. And you're kind of just gonna have the awareness and also have the anger behind it, or the discomfort behind it, to finally be like, I'm gonna say what I have to say and I'm not gonna worry about how it's going to be received. Because I think you also, Taurus, I can relate to Taurus in the sense that I'm a Libra and we both are ruled by Venus, and I think that both Taurus and Libras can deal with people-pleasing tendencies. And it's like I think you guys are finally like gonna stop caring about if the other person understands you or if the other person twists your words or not. Like you're gonna be like, you could twist my words however you want to, but I know what I said what I said, and this is my boundary and I'm not moving it, period. Whether you understand it or not, whether you act like that hurts your feelings or not, it is what it is. And like I think you guys are finally going to be okay with doing that. So for you all, like I'm not seeing really a breakup here, but it's just like that's what I mean when I say it's like you guys, whatever decision that you make, it like changes the tone of everything. It changes the direction that everything is going in. So it's not like a breakup necessarily, but it's like your relationship will change because your partner will be forced to respect your boundaries if they want to still be with you. And it'll just bring, in that moment it might be kind of rocky, but like overall it will bring, if this is the person that's meant to be with you, like it will bring more peace into your relationship. Because I know in the moment you're really not going to give a fuck if the person understands or not, but I think they will. If, like I said, if this is the person for you, I think that they will understand. And because like I said, I don't think the person really has malicious intent. It's just the fact that you have really just let them get away with this for however long y'all have been together. So if they really love you and care about you, they'll be willing to adapt. And I think that overall it'll bring more peace into you all's relationship. And for those of you that are single, if there's a person who has been like consistently trying to talk to you or consistently trying to court you or pursue you, once you finally put your foot down, like I said, it might be kind of rocky in the beginning, but you'll also gain a lot more peace by not having to worry about this person or having to think about them or how they feel, you know. So that's what I'm seeing for the Tauruses in love. Let's look into your career. So we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, now this is also making something else come through for those of you that are Tauruses in relationships. The boundaries that you may also have to set may have to do with you like working with people that are whatever sex you're attracted to. Because with this, I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of collaborations and doing a lot of group work in the month of January. So if you guys work for like if you have like a 9-to-5 job and you have a company, there may be like new people getting hired, or you may be like training someone, or you maybe get some type of promotion that puts you in a position to where you now work with groups. Or if you have your own personal business, I see you guys maybe collaborating with other people, networking, just doing more group work and group activities. This is really going to increase your income over time, because the more people that you know, the more opportunities you'll be able to attract. And there's also going to be more people that just know who you are and know what your work is. But now that this is here with this Queen of Swords, I do feel like for some of you in a relationship where you're having to set boundaries with your partner, is that they might be jealous basically of the new people that are around you. And, you know, you're going to have to set that boundary like, look, I'm working with this person and it's strictly work. If you don't trust me, then leave. But you're not going to control me or try to tell me that I can't go to this work event or that I can't work with this person because of your insecurities. That could resonate for some of you. Like I said, take it how it resonates. Don't force it if that's not your situation. But I definitely am seeing that for some of you. But overall with the career, like I said, you guys are going to be meeting more people, networking, doing a lot of group work. I feel like doing a lot of collaborations, especially those of you that your work has something to do with social media. Even if you're not like an influencer, even if you just use social media as a tool to promote and market yourself, I see you guys collaborating with maybe other people in your field. And just overall, like the energy is really like networking, really joining some type of community or joining some type of group where you have like, you guys create a project that's bigger than you would have been able to create by yourself. Or if you collaborate with someone and it allows you to reach a larger market audience than you would have been able to reach by yourself. Or even if it's at work, like you guys work on a project that again is too big that you would not have been able to do it by yourself. And I think that you guys are going to make a large contribution to this, and it's going to boost your career in one way or another. So like I said, if this is a job, then you working on this, you might get some type of promotion. If it's your own personal brand or business, it's going to put you in a space to attract more clients and more opportunities and things like that. So I'm loving that for you guys. I'm really not surprised. Tauruses, I feel like money is just one thing y'all pretty much always have on lock. Like I really do feel that with Tauruses, okay? So moving on to your overall advice, you guys have the Death card, okay? Scorpio energy. So with this card, I feel like, again, it's like that swift, quick change. I feel like, you know, this is, I'm gonna save that for right now. Let me not shuffle just yet because I haven't gotten into this. But I feel like you guys are making quick, sudden changes in your life. And like I said, they're changing the trajectory of where you're going. So for some of you, like in relationships or whatever, I feel like your partner is going to be willing to adapt to your new boundaries, and like, they're not gonna take it so personally. Like they'll be willing to just respect your boundaries, and you guys will be able to continue having a great relationship. For others of you, particularly if this has to do with your partner being like jealous or insecure, you may have to cut this person off. I feel like for some of you that are single as well, you're having to cut off a person that keeps trying to pursue you. I feel like there's just an ending to something that's going to be happening pretty quick in the month of January. For some of you, this already happened as well. Like when you're watching this, like at the time that I'm recording this, and when you watch it, it will have already happened. Like you will have already had to break up with someone or just leave something behind. I really feel like it's a person, honestly. I just feel like you guys are realizing more about yourself, and it's like you're realizing what you want to focus on this year as well. You're realizing what you want to focus on in life, and you don't want anyone around you that's going to get in the way of that. I feel like for some of you, like I said, with the jealousy and the insecurity, there are some of you who actually have a partner around you who is jealous of you. Like there's some of you where your partner is jealous of like the new people that are around you, and they feel like insecure that you might cheat on them or something. But for some of you, there's like your partner is actually, it could be a partner, but it could also be a friend. I'm seeing with this Three of Pentacles here. For some of you, it's, you know, take it how it resonates. If it fits for you, you'll know, you know, don't force nothing. But for some of you, there's like a romantic partner or a friend who is jealous of your growth and success, okay? And you might have to cut that person off. Overall, it's just like setting boundaries. And like I have a song called Queen of Swords, and it's just like the Queen of Swords energy. I feel like, especially coming out with this Death energy, there's definitely like someone in your life that you're removing, period, because you're having an awareness. You're realizing now, especially with this Queen of Wands, which is about the air sign. I'm sorry, Queen of Swords, which is an air sign. And also look at her third eye here. Like she represents clarity, truth, okay, logic. You're realizing that your subconscious patterns and trauma has been allowing you to tolerate people and things that just ultimately were hindering you. And you're realizing that you don't want to continue this pattern. And when you set these boundaries, there's going to be people in your life that are supposed to be there that will happily adjust to these boundaries. And then there's other people who are not going to be able to take it, and those relationships will die off and you won't need them going forward, okay? So definitely take it how it resonates. Let's go ahead and look into your oracle cards. Spirit, what can Tauruses expect? What can the Taurus placements expect in January 2022? All right, so we have family harmony, chrysanthemum. Your loved ones form a strong pillar of support. Embrace their love and put past issues behind you. So yeah, this is kind of similar to another group that I had. No, actually go watch the Mercury retrograde reading that I just did, because this reminds me of that. For some of you, there's going to be, like I said, rockiness in maybe your romantic relationship or your friendship. And this new boundary setting, like I said, it'll really expose like who's for you and who's not. For some of you, you might end up having a breakup, and you will realize like Like your partner might try to make it seem like you're being dramatic with your boundaries, or that like you're doing too much or something like that, and you might end up ending the relationship with this person. Or maybe it's a friend that you realize is kind of jealous of you, and like they never seem to want you to grow past them. Like when you're getting all these opportunities, they just are kind of salty about it, and you don't want that kind of energy around you. I feel like the family here is important, because I feel like whoever the person is in your life that has been pushing your boundaries, that you're finally going to check basically, and like tell them that they can't keep doing this to you. I really do feel like this person might try to gaslight you, and your family will be there to kind of reassure you that you're not tripping and that you're perfectly valid in the boundaries that you're setting. Because like I said, I feel like Tauruses have people-pleasing tendencies, and like sometimes when you set boundaries as a people-pleaser, you kind of need somebody to remind you that you're not tripping. You need somebody to remind you that like you're making the right decision, and that you're, especially if there's also someone on the other side gaslighting you. It's like your family is going to be a lot of support to you to remind you that like you're okay, you will be okay without this person, and you are 100% valid to have set your boundaries basically. Like just, I feel like the family, or even if it's not like your relative family, like the people that are meant for you, like the friends in the relationships that are meant for you, will be there to support you throughout this change. Okay, next we have the Serpent. Wow. So whenever I see this card, it's always like a double whammy. It's definitely representing snakes being exposed, fake people being exposed. So yeah, definitely take this like it resonates, because there's some of you where the person really genuinely does not know how uncomfortable they make you by like giving you the kind of suggestions and like the little controlling behavior that they do. They really just don't even realize that they're not doing it with any malicious intent. Whereas others of you, the person is jealous or insecure about something that you have or someone that's around you, and or maybe they feel like this person could also, like, even if they don't necessarily have malicious intent, I feel like the person could feel like they know better than you, or like they're kind of thinking that you're naive, or that you're immature, or that like you're making wrong decisions. It's just like you guys are going to become more aware of that. Okay, but also with this Serpent energy, I also look at the Serpent as wisdom as well, and I feel like this whole situation is going to make you guys a lot more wise, because like I said, I feel like there was some type of subconscious trauma that is causing you guys to be attracted to certain things, to be attracted to people that act controlling over you, or to be attracted to people that are overbearing maybe, or people that show jealousy. Like part of you guys were attracted to that, and I think that part of your growth is letting go of that for yourself, and then that's going to help you to let go of, to be able to set boundaries. So overall, like I think this is about you becoming wiser. Like I said in the beginning, all the signs so far have been getting messages about how they can become more mature. So I think that this is you all's version of becoming more mature, learning how to set boundaries, learning to allow yourself to expand, being able to discern between who is really for you and who is really jealous, or, you know, thinks lower of you behind your back, who's jealous, who's insecure, who thinks that you don't know how to make your own decisions, basically. And you're also knowing how to cut them out when need be. All right, so let's go ahead and get your last oracle card. Yeah, so we have, and then we also got this card. We got two cards. So first we have stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. So with this card, I feel like this is about the people pleasing thing. It's like, stop, like, I think you guys are going to realize, like, you have to stop always centering your actions based off of how you assume that someone else is going to feel behind it. Especially for those of you, like, especially this is like in a relationship where you guys have already, like I said, you've been allowing the other person to be controlling for a while, and like you guys have kind of been walking on eggshells, or like doing certain things to try to keep them happy for a while, and you're finally going to be over it. For some of you, setting the boundary is going to be like, okay, telling somebody like, well, you can't tell me what to do. But for some of you, the boundary is going to be like, listen, I'm not finna keep doing all this extra stuff to try to keep you happy. Like, you're grown. It's your job to make yourself happy. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that's going to bring you guys a lot of freedom and peace as well. And I feel like the reason why your career is going to thrive is because you're not going to be so bogged down anymore by like this negative energy or trying to always please this other person as well. Interesting. And with the death card, I feel like this, if this is a relationship for, because I feel like most of you it is, honestly, but for a lot of you, I feel like with the death card, this was something that had to happen. This was something that was inevitable, and this was something that was going to happen anyways because it was here to teach you a lesson. Like, I definitely feel like this was like a karmic type of relationship. And when I say karmic relationship, I just mean one that was meant to teach you a true lesson that you will like, that teach you a lesson and like give you wisdom that you will take into like the rest of your life, literally. So yeah. And then the last card we have you are being shady. Watch out, shit could get ugly. So yeah, there's definitely, like I said, for some of you, the person doesn't have malicious intentions. It's like they really do just genuinely think that, and this is kind of like, it's still wrong on their part, but like I said, it's not really malicious. It's where like some of you just have someone around you who is controlling because they genuinely think that they know how to do you better than you do. They think that they know your life and what decisions that you should make better than you do. And it's kind of like they're just assuming that you're naive. But for others of you, it's like the person is actually like, you know, jealous or envious or like aggressively controlling. So take it how it resonates. Overall, I see you guys protecting yourselves, setting boundaries, getting clarity about who's really for you and who's really not, focusing on your career, leveling up, meeting new people, attracting new opportunities, and overall just having a higher level of self-awareness and self-respect and better boundaries. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Go ahead and head over to my channel so that you can watch your other 2 signs in your big 3. And like I said, if I have not posted it already, then go ahead and go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that you don't miss when I post that reading. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below with the star emoji if you're still here to let me know how this reading resonated. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading, you can do so with the email in my description box. Thank you all so much for watching. I love y'all, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.